So here's a quick video on how to use your ultra cane or any appearing cane with a silk. So here is, I'm going to be using Bondley's ultra cane here. First of all, here's a quick how-to on how to get ready for engaging the gimmick anyway. So I'd usually have the cane in my finger palm like so, and I would shift the cane into this position where the base of the cane is on the palm of my hand and my thumb is on the top, only on one side of the cane from where the pin is. And if you push pressure down with your thumb, you will disengage the pin. Now if I was to let go now, the cane will spring up in the air. So what I want to do is the reverse movement of that is by putting the cane back in my finger palm and re-gripping the cane while covering the top of the cane with my thumb. Now to produce the cane, I'm going to take the hand and I'm just going to open it ever so slightly and catch the cane, so that I hopefully produce the cane in the centre of my hand. So I have half the cane up and half the cane down. Otherwise, sometimes it shoots down to the floor or springs up in the air. I'll show you what I mean. Like that there. So I just about caught it just from the top there, and that is how you produce the cane. So how do you attach a silk to it? It's actually quite easy. So if we wind it down quickly.
Would you like to show them a little tip on winding it down and then retracting it?
Sure. So
have problems with that.
The easiest way that I found to do it is to put it either against a table or your body. So I'll do it against a table. Make sure that the top of the cane isn't pointing towards your face or your eyes, just in case it does spring out. You don't want to be in that situation. And all I am doing is I'm twisting the top of the cane anti-clockwise and also the centre of the cane anti-clockwise like this. So I'm twisting this, just the top part, literally just the top part and the centre, and that's making the cane really loose for me just to push down. But then it gets to a point here where I can't push it anymore and it's stuck, so again I'll twist in the centre and at the top, and it gets to a point where I can push it all the way down here. So now I'm pushing the rest of the cane down with my thumb like that. It's the point here where I can let go of one thumb and take the pin and slot it all the way through the cane like that. And now I make sure, just a quick test without pointing at your eyes or your body, make sure that it's all safe and secure. It looks good to me, and you're ready to go. So the way I attach a silk, I'm using a 9-inch silk here. There's two different silks we're going to be using. This is the first one here. So I thread the corner of the silk through, and I just do a very small knot in the end of the silk. So if I do this now, the smaller the knot the better, so that you can display the silk as a whole rather than cutting off a corner and having it in your finger palm. So you take the knot like this, and I'd make sure that there's the least amount of fabric next to that pin.
And that's just a simple granny knot.
That's a simple granny knot. Yeah, just once. You don't have to pull it tight. If you want to, use the silk again, you can take it out. It's quite easy here, and you can start off with this in your pocket. So I'd start off with it like this. It's in my pocket. Show your hands empty. I'd go inside. I'd be finger palming the ultra cane first, and as I finger palm the ultra cane, the silk just comes with it. So I'm not even touching it. But as it's coming out, I'm grabbing the silk to make it look like I'm just taking the silk out of my pocket. And display the cane here, display the silk here. I give a quick tug, show it's a silk, and then you can do your wave and wave. And as I'm waving, I'm doing the disengage of the gimmick, like so. As I'm waving in my hand, covering it from the front like this, and whenever I want, I can just produce the cane, and the silk will go straight into the cane and retract it there. Now there's one other possibility that you may have, and you may have the rainbow cane by Bondley. And if you do, you have this silk streamer here. So you have a long silk here, and you might think, well, what do I do with that? I did play around with a few different ways of attaching it to the cane, and the easiest way is not to tie it onto the cane, but to thread. So the rainbow cane is like this. I'll show you quickly. It's this here, so you've got this rainbow effect which matches up with the silk. So we'll retract this down. Here we go. Okay. And the best way to attach this is to thread one of the ends through, doesn't matter which one, like that, and you pull it all the way through until you get half a silk on either side, so that it just fits in the cane nicely, because the cane's about this big, I'd say, so that just nests in nicely as long as it's halfway. If it's like that, it probably won't go in. You'll have a bit sticking out the top at the end. So you want it about halfway down. You can have it over your shoulder, you can do whatever you want with it. And in the action of waving it again, I'm disengaging the gimmick, disengaged, and oh, that was my bad. I let go of the cane prematurely there, accidentally. So let me do it one more time to show you. So yeah, remember not to rush this bit. So you come up, disengage the gimmick here, disengage. 1, 2, 3. There you go, and you produce the cane and then drop it through. And that's it. That is how you produce an ultra cane and add a silk to it too.